Hello, heathens, degenerates, and otakus. It is I, Mr. Anime 343, back at it once again with yet another live stream. So, today, guys, I want to talk to you guys about why freaking anime adaptations of video games are way better than live action versions. Because, at least with anime, it kind of actually gives it that air about it. It just kind of feels natural. Whereas live action adaptations, it's either hit or miss. Might actually have a success or a failure per se. Oh, hold on, let me see if I could. Okay, hold on. Oh, here we are. You would pop up.
Hey,
Hey. So, figured for today's topic, why don't we talk about why anime adaptations of certain video games are actually better than live action versions.
well, why not we just talk about like live action versus animation in general?
Yeah, that does make a good point, but freaking live action adaptations of certain video games like Resident Evil, for instance, that is not Resident Evil, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Hold on. And we got Dio.
Cockadoodle pussy.
And hey there, Dio.
Yes. So, what is today's fantastic topic?
We're just
I
talking
wanted
about
to.
why adaptations of video games are better than live action ones.
Well, first off, anime adaptation, movies and shit, it really depends on who's making it, because what I've noticed when it comes to, when Japan does it themselves, it is corny as all hell, but they at least put effort and make it as accurate to the source material as much as possible. Meanwhile, here in the West, it's like, hey, let's change this character to be whatever stupid agenda I want to put out there, and make it as less as the source material as possible.
Yeah, exactly. And we got Neff.
Hey guys, hey yo.
Hey, Neff.
Hey,
That's nice artwork, Nep.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, in fact, I've actually up to 6 episodes so far on Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
I'm at 4 episodes. I'm 2 episodes behind.
I need to watch that because I've seen a lot of praise for it, and what makes it even more hilarious is I love the Lodi must stay, because it pisses off the damn Wokies so much.
To be fair
Oh
though,
yeah,
it's
it
even.
I
does.
just
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good news though, Mister. I've been. I finally reached 82 followers on Pixit, and I mean, well, I know there's a lot of Japanese people been liking my art lately.
That's good. That shows you
That's good. Yeah, really good.
that shows you that
It shows that the left don't know what they're talking about. If I know if I understand what Japanese people what they want, it kind of goes to show you, don't listen to woke.
okay. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yep.
TMI, Shadow, TMI. But anyway,
Yeah.
but but no, that right there shows you that you should never listen to what an SJW says, because they don't know what the people want. They want you to believe that they do. They want you to think that the people want some woke nonsense sprinkled into a comic book or whatever. But whenever you create a case in point, last year with the whole movie Encanto coming out, there's a Japanese creator that drew a picture of the characters. The Filipino Latino community loved it. Meanwhile, the SJWs, the Bulkies, were like,
Uh,
"Oh, this is racist."
Okay.
honestly,
Well, I actually kind of understand where Shanny's coming from. He says, "I'm babysitting my niece right now, and I will be honest, as I'm done." But
oh, that's
I
fine.
gotta. But another thing that always freaking bothers me is like how people are willing to actually bend the knee. And I noticed that freaking with the Bridget controversy that's been going on. Basically, like I said,
And I'm back.
nothing is exactly over because basically these people will freaking just keep gloating about it, rubbing it in our faces, and say, "Oh, look what we actually took from you."
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean what they've already done? Because, like, all over Twitter, there's basically the na 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 na, we took Bridget, ha 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 ha, in your face.
Hey,
And
you want to wait? You
showing
want to hear something funny,
just
deal?
what?
You may take Bridget, but guess what? You can't create your own shit though. So you have to take other people's work to make yourself feel better. Well, I can make my own work. So you lost.
Yeah, I mean, that's the truth, because, again, by the way, these people didn't know jack shit about Bridget until Guilty Gear had that little accident, because, again, that was a secondary dialogue if you lose, which is their skill level, mind you. And they're like, oh my god, she's just like me, trans. It's like, no. You're taking this the wrong way. The only reason why the creator bent the knee is because being trans is okay in Muslim and Chinese countries, only because they deem it to be a cure to get rid of trans people. Like, no, um, you can be a trans woman or whatever. That way, you no longer have this mental issue because that's how they see it. They're
Pretty much.
okay with, but it's they don't care about Bridget. They care about the points. Like, this is 100 points whatever to them on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, there are other trans characters like the one from Blaze Blue that they don't talk about because she isn't popular. She isn't cool. Just like with the whole One Piece thing. There's a character that's in the current arc who is a woman, but she only uses male pronouns because her idol is a man, and that's her gag. Hell, she even says to a character, "Hey, it's me, your father," and it's like, clearly she isn't serious about, she isn't trans. This is her gimmick, her gag, but they don't care. They're looking at her going, oh my god, trans icon right here. Meanwhile, there's already two trans characters they don't give the time of day. One is already in the current arc, and the other is this fat, ugly giant with a Fu Manchu and a skirt. But they
yeah.
don't want to. They don't want to talk about them because they're not cool. They're not popular. Like, again, the character that I'm not going to say on the off chance that no one's caught up with the anime or manga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Drax actually brings up a good point. He says the reason why they're talking about Bridget is because they desperately need a W because none really cares about what's happening in that community. And heck,
Again,
I gotta say this: the lesbians, gays, and bisexuals are trying to separate themselves from the trans community because basically they're being overrun by crazy activists
Mm-hmm.
that
Because
are, in fact, go ahead.
what I was about to say was, since, to be fair, well, I don't want to be that guy, but on the off chance that some wokey sees this and says you don't have a voice, whatever, which, spoilers, you do. Straight people have just as much a voice as the LGBT, so get off your fucking high horse. But,
So
hey,
sorry
Didi.
I'm late. My phone didn't let
yeah.
me.
Well, what I was about to say was, the reason why the LGB want to separate from the T is like what Mr. A said, is there's a lot of hostility. Hell, a woman is not allowed to have a space to call her own unless they be accompanied by a trans woman. She can't be a lesbian. Like, a little fun fact for you. In New York, there's a LGBT bar. It got closed down shortly after opening because, and I quote, "This is not acceptable for black women or trans women." I don't know what they mean by that.
Hey, wait,
And
there. Can I say this?
what?
Why do these people act like just because you're black? And here's a scary thing from a black person perspective. Like, we're not all that special. We're no damn different than white people, Asians, or Hispanics.
I mean, the SJWs want to prop you up. The SJWs want to be like black people or the higher beings or the precious angels and blah
I'm
blah blah.
sorry, but if these people don't know how to read history, I can't take you seriously.
Like,
I'm-
here's how you can look at it. Remember that one South Park episode with the nurse that had the fetus conjoined to
Yeah.
her head?
Yeah.
And the whole town was like, "Oh my god, you're so brave, you're so amazing. Let's throw this praying out." Throughout the entire episode,
Yeah,
she's like,
they were
"No."
scolding the kids for, being kids. And she's like, look, they're kids. Kids, I can understand if they were adults, but they're kids. This is their way of trying to deal with something shocking.
Yeah, and it's like it's just throughout the entire episode, she's like, "No, you don't have to throw this prey. No, you don't have to, do all this crap." And that's what the SJWs do. They want to be like, "Oh my God, we got to put you on a pedestal." Listen, mine and Didi's sexuality is not a fucking pedestal thing. It's not a feat or whatever. I
But then
can
how can they brag to the istophobes that they're better people if they don't basically have someone to prop up?
Well, yeah.
See, the
See, that's the
problem is
thing.
though, and this goes back to the main issue I have nowadays. Is this ideal that we must feel sorry for the so-called protected class of people. It's like, no, I don't want to be a victim. I want to be a survivor. I want to move forward and be a better person,
I'm
be
a
strong.
survivor.
But
I
I mean, not just that, but the point
yeah.
is they they took Bridget. The thing is a win. What's funny is femboy Bridget is cute, precious, adorable,
Why?
seminal.
Why
Me
the hell aren't they going actual characters that are trans, like Barney from Dead End Paranormal Park?
because he's not popular. He's not cool. He's not the top rank character like Bridget, like a Starfall, like
But
insert me
Barney is a sweet kid.
It doesn't
I
matter.
wanted to hug him when I found out his parents didn't protect him from his grandmother. I'm
It
sorry.
do-
I'm-
it doesn't matter. Like they're after a certain character from One Piece who is a woman, but she only uses male pronouns because she is
But
she idolizes this character who's a male.
don't we actually have trans characters? Hell, look at
Yeah.
all the people that Ivakov used his devil fruit powers on.
Hmm
They don't count
Yeah,
trans.
in fact,
They're getting their genders changed and stuff with Ivakov's devil fruit powers.
But they don't count. They don't
Okay.
count because they're not cool.
Wait,
They're not
Mr. A,
popular.
hey
speaking,
guys. Let me read what Drax said here. The thing about SJW is they don't think of things in individuals. They just think because you're X, you think like X.
Oh, that's a great thing to kind of branch off of. Going back to Sophia's Norwitz's video, she was talking about the oh crap, I can't think of the name at the moment. The one with the gorilla, the lesbian chick that teleports, the thick chick with the ice gun. It's a Blizzard game.
Oh well, then you lost me.
Overwatch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Overwatch. Yes,
yeah.
Because I
thank
don't
you.
play a lot of Blizzard, mainly because
I
this bull crap that
yeah.
in order to continue playing the game, you got to buy extra shit.
what
I play
was-
Overwatch with friends though. I only play Overwatch with friends, so
But what I
I
was
get
about
what
to
you
say-
mean, Dee.
But what I was about to say was, Overwatch has a huge selection of diverse and unique characters, but though they don't give them the time of day, because you
Yeah.
got a character from India, you got a character from the Filipinos.
You got a neurodivergent character.
hmm but they don't care. The SJWs are like, where is the black woman? Where is the black? There's literally an African character, but though she doesn't count because she's in a robot, even the robot has an African accent, but it doesn't count to them because they want a black character who's from the hood. And let's face it, these are SJWs, so the black character has to eat fried chicken and love watermelon.
Okay, Dio, stop before you get canceled. Even if
I mean, to be personally honest speaking, those types of people drive me insanity. And I'm like, I kind of wish you people do me a big favor. If you hate something so badly, why do you waste your time and wreck with it?
Because they have no
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
oh,
And also another thing, guys. Hold on. In fact, it's like what Dimitri Monroe said about like freaking Bridget as well. You know, we're just actually freaking dealing with all these like crazy ass people, but they don't understand that they're actually just wiping down original or freaking existing characters, as Dee Dee would put it, and then reskinning them instead of creating something new.
Mm-hmm.
but anyway,
What?
going to the live action Little Mermaid movie, which I'm not happy about them skinning Ariel, but it's like every other live action movie. It's just a fucking cash grab. And then they're going to claim people are racist for when it fails, never taking into account we're sick of fucking live action remakes. But what pisses me off about it is one of my favorite characters from the Little Mermaid animated series, Gabriella, mermaid of color, if we got to use the term people of color, was also deaf and mute. So I would love to see a movie about her. I mean, if she's Ariel's friend, like the animated series makes it out to be, how was she feeling when Ariel disappeared after making a deal with Ursula,
Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. But again, the Wokies don't care about that character because, again, she isn't cool or popular, at least in their eyes. Because one thing to note,
The hell she wouldn't, and someone told me, well, it's because she's based off a real person and they'd have to pay royalties. Okay, first of all, the real person was 3 years old when they passed, so this is an imagining of what she might have looked like at that age. But considering Disney seems to have the fucking money to shell out in live action movies that don't do fucking well, I'm pretty sure they could afford fucking royalties to the family.
See, that's
Yeah.
the problem, though, Didi. They're not gonna want to do it because it's too much money. They'll find any cheap way to do so.
If
Cheap way.
I should say something, is that did they even sign the contract? Though did they look over correctly? The person who is getting royalties, for the Lion King, the kid who did the young Simba's voice for the singing, his
Well-
grandmother was looking at the contract. Wait a second, isn't this going to get popular or whatnot? So they signed the royalties, so every year they get a paycheck. So that is my concern. Did they even look at the contract correctly?
Well, I don't know how it would work with the actual Gabriella's family because the cast and crew in the 90s for the animated series did the likeness of her of what she might look like when she was older because she died around 2 or 3
Aww.
from an illness, and they did it to honor her because she was a fan of the animated series and the movie. So I don't know what her parents and stuff would have had to do, but I don't think it's going to really matter to her since,
I mean, hold on. To be fair, I think maybe it would be a bad idea to, use it now because, especially with what Disney is now, let's face it, they're not going to do it out of honor, respect, and love. They're going to do it out of tweaking their mustaches. It's like, yes, let's make money off of this. Wahahaha.
So, can I speak for a sec?
God damn it, Shadow.
Shoot.
So
Go ahead.
turns out my adult animation video is gonna be a lot longer as I want to make it special. So in the meantime, I'm gonna do another animated movie review.
Okay.
Hey, how about
I'll
the
give
Book
you a
of
hint.
Kel?
What? Huh?
How about our review of the Book of Kel? That was a good movie, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that. But right now, I want to take a look at the Tom. I'll give you guys a hint what the movie is. We got to have money.
Yeah, in
You
fact,
said Tom,
that's
so
just the thing.
not a hey, guess what I'm gonna do thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Also-
take a look at the Tom and Jerry movie, and I even have a slight idea on the thumbnail. Remember that time Tom and Jerry almost commit suicide?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah. The top
Nostalgia
10.
Critic already
Shadow,
covered that.
Shadow, we say yeet oneself from life so Mr. A doesn't get blacklisted or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. In that case,
Or
eat
they
themselves
erase
from life.
themselves. Yeah, they erase themselves. So yeah, I think.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
also,
I want to do for the
freaking
thumbnail.
Linko actually brings up a good point. The Little Mermaid is first of all from Denmark, which is actually created by Hans Christian Andersen, mind you.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we know that, but people bring up lore about mermaids from other parts of the world to defend the thing, and I'm like, yeah, but Hans Christian Andersen, the only time there were people of colors during his time was, when it was legal to buy people.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
one
You
other
mean
thing-
it's a trade. It's a certain type of illegal trade that we banned. We just and outlawed.
Also, just one question. So after the stream is over, could Dio meet me in general chat? I want to show him a neat trick I found on OBS.
What the hell's going
So,
Sure.
oh yeah, Dio, Shadow, we still doing Men in Tights tomorrow?
Yeah.
I gotta check my schedule, but it's probably yes. Again, I mean, I assume even if it like we'll watch at like 2 or 3 Eastern, right?
Somewhere around that time.
Okay. I mean, it's probably gonna be a yes.
I mean, I'm gonna see if you guys are ready before I start showing the movie, but I found it on YouTube. We gotta watch ads from time to time, but it's
Meh.
free.
Oh,
I mean,
on.
I thought Dio could present
mean,
it.
Yeah, Didi, if you want me to just save you energy of your laptop, not laptop, your yeah, I could play it because I finally figured out how to get the thing to work on Discord.
Nice.
You mean sound?
Yes.
Also,
Okay, because I was about to say, if you're about to say you figured out how to get Netflix to work, oh, we are definitely doing a binge of Dead End Paranormal Park then.
ooh,
Actually, I think
Also-
I did get Netflix to work. I'm not sure.
Ooh,
way to go.
Manga.
Jujutsu
Good
Kaisen
manga.
0?
I also got that as well during my manga collections that I do from.
Oh yeah. In fact, I was actually
Nice.
wondering what it would be like if Junji Ito could actually create the monsters of the back rooms.
so also another thing, I finally found out what I want to do for my Halloween video. I want to compare the two SpongeBob Halloween specials.
Ooh,
Okay.
there you go. Talk about some of the underrated stuff.
Huh?
It is funny right now because Studio Mappa, one of them has stated that they want to adapt literally every single one shot in manga from. Hold on a second, let me look it up quickly. It's right here. Come on. Yeah, from Fujimoto Sensei. They want to do every single one shot to manga from Fujimoto Sensei, which I'm all for. Like, he's getting very, very more popular. He started off in the one shot, and that's why Fire Punch and Chainsaw have taken off so much well.
Nice. Oh, by
I
the
would
way,
like,
just
I would like to see that because you start small, then you really, really get big. And
but
now, it is 12 episodes right now, but that's not going to cover all 11 volumes. But every episode ending is going to be like ReZero, where they have a different song every time. So
Oh,
good
So
awesome.
what I've been seeing, it looks like that we'll probably get two seasons worth of episodes. So that could be a smart thing to do.
Also, by the way, just throwing out there, what I decided to do for my holiday special event sessions, I'm going to do it like the first week or the first 2 weeks, since I got 2 sessions of October, November, and December, to kind of get out the way, since the last week I'm pretty sure we'll be with our family or something like that.
Even though I'm Scandinavian myself, I kind of find actually attacking Scandinavia as like freaking just a freaking slap in the face.
But well, anyway, back to the whole live action Little Mermaid thing. I could probably accept Ariel being black a little more if they didn't already have an existing character in the series that is a mermaid of color.
Oh, and
But,
also, just put it out
and
there,
even
another
from
huge
a
issue
casting or
is the
whatnot
fact
perspective.
that they, instead of getting a character that would be a drag queen or whatever for Ursula, they got Melissa McCarthy to be
It's
Ursula.
not McCarthy.
Huh? Wait, who
It's
is it?
not Melissa.
Who is it?
It's the girl from the Pitch Perfect franchise.
Fat Betty.
Yep, Fat Betty.
Well, now
Ah,
I'm conflicted because I like
Wait,
that actress.
you said Fat
yeah.
Betty?
I mean, it's just you could have gotten a drag queen
Oh,
You mean
to
never
be.
mind,
Rebel
never mind. I
Wilson?
thought it
Dio,
was Fat Betty.
I'm
It is
aware.
Melissa.
I'm aware they should have gotten a drag queen. You know, Disney put their money where their mouth is when they claim that they care about the LGBTQ and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm conflicted now because I like Fat Betty.
No, hold on. I stand corrected. Don, I was right. I thought it was Fat Betty, but no, it is Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming
Stop
from,
playing
Mr.
with my
Meteor.
feelings.
But at least freaking like the Sonic movie, the Pokemon movie, I actually tend to go with the source material, but 9 times out of 10, like they're the 1 time out of 10, but nine
Hold
times out
on.
of 10, let me just put it like this:
Don't you mean 8 times
they
out of 10?
don't
Because you got
follow the source material.
well, the movies are doing good for Sonic
Mm-hmm.
and Pokemon Detective Pikachu. The sad news for Detective Pikachu, they had to put on hold for a while. I don't know if they don't have the right screenplay or they're just waiting correctly, but we're not going to get a Detective Pikachu 2 with Inspector Eevee anytime soon. I would love to have Eevee as an
Yeah.
inspector working with Pikachu.
Also, I've seen people saying that it's not part of the source material, and then people say, well, they didn't have Ariel's tongue cut out like in the original story, and it's like, oh yeah, that would have sold very well with parents back in the day. And
Yeah.
here's
Let me show you.
Ursula taking Ariel's tongue and slicing it off with a knife.
Like,
I mean, if you
Nightmare for kids.
like
look at how
it's
the
like
actual Snow Queen novel is. It's very, very dark.
Ursula singing "Poor Unfortunate Souls" while sharpening her blade. It's like, now stick out your tongue, child. Shing.
Look, my point is it's one thing if, like, let's use Harry Potter for example. They left the key scene out of the first Harry Potter movie, which was how the fuck did Harry get through the wall of fire if he needed to drink a potion to make himself fireproof, but they didn't have the potion scene. That's one thing. This was smart on Disney's part because they knew that if they kept the cutting the tongue off scene, it would take one showing and theaters would pull the movie.
Oh, who wants
They
to?
did learn from the Black Cauldron movie. Sadly, unfortunately, that movie it is definitely a cult classic, but when you look at some of the more behind the scenes stuff and how very dark some of the animation got, and you've had a young Tim Burton at the helm of some of the stuff,
Holy shit.
it's like smart move, but I would love to see some of that stuff nowadays
Oh,
because
who wants to? Who wants to take a guess how Sleeping Beauty actually wakes up?
oh yeah, because the baby takes out
yeah,
the thorn.
the
Mm-hmm.
original story.
That was dark as fuck.
Her
Mm.
quote unquote true love decided to
Wait,
take his rocks off She somehow ended up pregnant,
PG,
and
PG, 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 keep it PG.
that's why I say get his rocks off.
uh,
And she somehow ends up with child, and since it's a fairy tale, we'll look past the fact that the fact she didn't eat for 9 months should have meant those twins weren't viable. But when the twins were born, one couldn't find the teat to suckle on and suckled on her finger, pulling the flask out. And that's how she woke up. And then the prince was like, hey, yeah, these are her kids. Kids, let's take you back to my place. And he was already married, so that's a whole different can of worms there.
Mm.
Yeah,
so it's like, wait.
I mean,
So
I actually like the Black Cauldron because I used to watch that as a kid. Still my favorite movie of all time.
Oh yeah, it's
Even
still
though
good. It's
it
still
might be
good.
Nightmare Fuel, I still loved it.
What were you gonna
In
say?
fact, that John Hamm was the main villain. That that
hold on a
voice is
second.
so iconic.
Hey,
Wait,
Nip's trying
yeah.
to say something.
So it's like I remember that I read a book that has a similar story where the wife decided to, I mean, the guy swept her, of course, right? And then after he swept her, he leaves her and her kids, and she wanted to get revenge, and she decided to shorten the lifespan of 2 of her kids, and then try to go after the person that he supposed to marry, and the person that he was trying to marry was I think it was a princess. It was one of the original Madeira movies, not movies but books. I also read.
Look, Nip, all I know is a lot of fairy tales would not, if Disney or any other company didn't sanitize them a little, they'd never be able to make money off them because holy crap. I mean, I've read versions of Little Red Riding Hood where the wolf feeds bits of her grandmother to her.
Yep.
Oh, I heard a story about Cinderella where the stepmothers, the stepsisters cut their feet off.
Oh yeah, cut off the toes.
Mm-hmm.
Their heels just to fit the shoe, and then the birds in the trees out them saying, yo, they cut off their feet to fit the shoe. That ain't the woman you dance with.
And these hoes tripping.
Of course, you gotta wonder if the prince needs glasses or something to
he
not
did find
recognize.
out when he saw the blood.
Sorry.
Not recognize the fucking fact that these girls look nothing like Cinderella.
Mm-hmm. But of course, it's that whole plot convenience, whatever, where all the character has to do is just put on a mustache and then,
Clark Kent.
Yeah, there you go, the Clark Kent disguise. Like, hey, you guy with the glasses, did you see this guy run by? I mean, it kind of looks like you, but I mean, it can't be you. You got
glasses on.
Yeah, it totally can't be you. So where did the other guy go?
I mean, at least with magical girl animes, they have a thing of it's the magic of the transformation. So let's say someone looks at Sailor Moon. To them, she could be a redhead instead of blonde, or she has green eyes instead of blue. At least they explain how no one would recognize the Sailor Senshi.
Yeah. Anyway, though, what's funny is I'm watching the Tokyo Mew Mew reboot, but they basically updated it and stuff. And what's funny, first off, what's funny about it is a lot of the monsters that you've seen in the OG show back in the day, they look more like their manga counterparts because the companies were switched throughout that time, so they couldn't use the old models. But anywho, so the Ichigo is in love with this dude. I don't know how to say his name, but
I always pronounced it as Masa.
Masa.
It was called Marco in For Shame's version.
Oh, don't forget, fucking Lettuce's name was Bridget. I mean, it's not a bad name
or anything. Oh man! Basically, this just gives you an idea for my magical girl.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Thank you. So anyway, so oh yeah, so he's shit hits a fan. She has to transform. He gets knocked out. He doesn't get knocked out completely. He's still kind of conscious, but she is standing behind him and transforms behind him, and then she saves the day. Blah blah blah, and he's like, he looks at her. She looks just like Ichigo. By all means, it's like, dude, you can't put the two together. Like, are you really this stupid?
I mean, for all he knows, that those cat ears and tail are fake.
Yeah.
All right, Kenny. Hold on, dude.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that
since I
all.
already finished taking care of my needs for now, since my mom's taking care of her at the moment.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Mr. Meat 64 says, however, the Netflix Resident Evil had to go under everything. Anyway, at the moment, I'm back to playing Fire of the
But
Thrones. Well,
so
the sad thing about Resident Evil, we yet to have. Doesn't matter if it's West or even the Japanese. We've really to get a good adaptation yet. Like I don't know what it's so hard. Well, besides from the manga stuff, I don't know why it's so hard
You say
for
it's
these
a Netflix
companies to
series?
adapt Resident Evil correctly.
You say it's a Netflix series. Are you really questioning
series.
how it's so hard? Look what they've done to poor animes like Cowboy Bebop and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Because they don't focus on the freaking source material.
yep.
Yeah, I still hate that
So
bitch they got for Fate. Not only is she not Singaporean, but that bullshit, oh, her costume isn't realistic to wear. I'm like, have you been to a fucking con? Hell, it's even more impressive when it's guys dressing as her because they got a lot extra in the shorts area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
so anyways, guys.
Good.
Like earlier ago when I said about the how the actual trans people are getting tired about their own community because they got infiltrated by those fake trannies and fake allies, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the reason is, here's the thing, they're giving the trans community a bad name, since I know some people who are trans, including my cousin is trans.
It's just like what Blair White and Sophia Norwitz, two trans women, mind you, have said. The
And
biggest
Morgana.
enemy,
Farmers.
the biggest enemy to the trans community
It's
is the
themselves.
trans activists. Because
Yeah.
what we've seen with the whole Bridget thing is these people have made the stupid little pictures of Bridget holding the trans flag saying "Stay mad," basically mocking everyone, and it's
Yeah.
just absolutely.
Let me just
And
say this, Hold on. Before you finish, let me just say this. Bridget's a boy, dying on this hill, stay mad, pound sand, go fuck yourselves.
I mean,
I mean,
Bridget is a boy.
Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
boy.
One thing to note is notice how all Bridget is, precious, adorable, and all of that, who's a femboy. Meanwhile, as soon as Bridget turns trans, air quotes them, mind you, they turn her into this vile, disgusting bitch, just like them. It's
Yeah.
like, and
You know what? I think you just explained why no one wants to accept Barney because Barney isn't a fucking asshole.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. Because one thing to also note,
I mean,
one thing to also note here is first off, they need to calm themselves right now. They need to
Calm
humble
your
themselves.
tits.
Yeah,
Because
they need calm.
what's going to end up happening is there's going to be new people who are, they just find out they're trans. Like they're going to be wondering, am I trans? Could I be trans? And then they're going to look at these people and be like, never mind, I don't want to be trans because if being a monster comes with being trans, I will just lie to myself, and it will be
Yeah.
more harmful for them because they will
Well,
see.
how many people are still in the fucking closet because of what they've seen
Mm-hmm.
nowadays acting like?
Even though there are people who pretend to be trans, like Chris Chan, for example, he's a fake
We
tranny, to
don't
be honest.
talk about that freak of nature.
I know.
Don't tempt fate.
I know.
get the
But, I
sign,
mean-
Mr. Ant. Get the fucking sign.
Fine, hold on.
And any wokies watching, I'm not saying we don't accept trans people. I'm saying we don't accept that asshole who did stuff to his dementia-ridden mother.
Yeah.
But two things to note here. Two things to note. First and foremost, Chris literally has stated the only reason why he is trans is because he thinks he can get basically coochie if he transitions or if he was a
Oh,
woman.
dude, don't.
And
He doesn't.
secondly,
Dio,
Wait,
enough,
wait.
Enough, alright.
Can I-
enough.
We know
the
already,
trans
we know.
women,
Huh,
the
Dio,
trans
enough,
people
we know,
have said he's
enough,
not
We
trans.
get it, we get it.
We
Dio.
get it, okay, we get it.
Wait, guys. You know the issue is with Christian though. I think the problem I feel like if Christian had people who are friends with him, none of this whole problem, none of this shit would never happen. Like if you actually have friends who like, smack him down to reality and remind him that
There goes gravity.
your consequences, your actions have consequences. You do
Yeah.
something stupid, you're gonna be reminded that guess what? It sticks with you for the rest of your life.
But
The,
one,
the
one
point,
of
the
the
point
Yeah.
is, it's like, here's the thing. Why they want to lead someone who's stupid and they want to try to be the same as the stupid people are, to be honest.
Well, one of the other things to also
Please.
note here is you can ask any and every single transitioner, how the trans community treats them, and I guarantee you it's not good because they get harassed, they get spat on, they get told to eat themselves because how
Yeah.
dare you
Wait,
not be a part of this
I,
hive mind?
But
Yeah.
but
the story.
Sweet-
There's a story.
Sweetie,
There was a story. There was a story. Let me say the
Guys,
story.
come on,
It's gonna be very-
come on.
Let
Didi had
Joker
something to say.
speak.
Go ahead, Didi.
sweetie, Christian did have a friend. She was his friend, and then he drew a picture of himself doing the thing with
Yeah,
her.
we
butt
get it.
naked
We get
and
it.
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know that part.
Yeah.
I'm aware about that part.
I
Yeah,
mean, and the thing is, Chris has had many friends, air quotes, but though because of his personality, if you're a girl, he will be, well, himself, let's just say that. And that, of course, will scare off, any and every females. And he doesn't like guys because guys still are the pretty girls.
Yeah, here's the
Eh.
thing. Here's the thing with
No, Chandler.
The thing
The
is,
guys get the pretty girls because your standards are too fucking high. I mean, did anyone see his list? No,
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
women except Japanese and white. No fat
Huh?
women, so I'm safe. No women with facial hair.
hold on, hold on, wait a second, hold on, wait, hold on.
Okay,
Question,
okay,
hold on,
we
wait,
okay,
I've got
can we
okay,
I've got
okay,
something to say,
enough of the
I've got
black pill
Whoa,
territory,
guys,
to be
one at a
honest.
time, one at a time.
Hold on, wait a second, let me ask something. What the hell's wrong with big women? I mean, there's nothing wrong with
I
big women.
mean, I don't mind a
No.
little chunk. I don't really care at the end of the day. It's like as long as she treats me right, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
same here.
Well, that's good to know, but for me, I'm happy that he doesn't want
Like-
fat women because I don't want him.
TD.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, can we stop talking about black pills in the moment?
Wait, black pills.
As in,
Like
you know, those,
pills.
as in black
Oh.
pills, as in those type of incel talks. That I know a lot, cause believe me, like I seen incel
don't
TV
know.
and these other grifters want to encourage men to be incels. To be honest.
I don't even honestly. I had friends who like that, and I'm like, after finally getting away from them, I'm like, I'm getting away with those type of people. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, cause I don't want to hear any too much of the black pill situation. Cause I know I could take what they got from the black pill community and understand the whole standards and all that stuff, but at the same time, you have to realize it's not about the looks and everything. It's about the
No,
personality.
it's not. It's
Exactly.
supposed. I said that, and I remember I said it to one of my friends who are in Midtown. I used to be friends with, and it was like, look at me. Oh, you only said it because you just. And I showed him my looks, and he's like, oh, you're uglier than me. I'm like, dipshit. Even if I am uglier than you, at least I know how to treat a person white. I don't. Here's the thing. I treat girls no different how I treat guys. If I can't treat a guy like white, then yeah, what the hell you expect? You can't treat a woman white, then you need to treat both right.
Yeah, I treat
Pretty
women
face,
well.
people.
The thing is, when it comes to like wanting to go out with somebody, and it's not just about the like what's inside you. I mean that's important. I mean 100%. I mean look at Quasimodo. I mean he had like a heart of gold. He was a good person and all stuff. But I mean a woman wouldn't really like go out with Quasi. I mean look at Esmeralda. She chose Phoebus over like Quasimodo, even though he is a nice guy. But the thing is, I mean, if Christian was to like work on his like outside as well, I mean, he would have like found somebody.
Yeah.
If we
So
go
you
with
need both.
Disney's, if we go with Disney's version of Quasimodo, he gets a girlfriend in the sequel.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
We don't
The
talk
point
about
is, like, even if we didn't, I feel like the
Okay.
problem with Christian.
Sorry about that, guys.
All right.
Okay, Evie,
Anyway.
let's be honest. After all the live action and soulless cash grabs they've done, the sequel movies from the early 2000s are cinematic genius because at
Yeah.
least they put forth some
Yeah.
effort in those.
Yeah,
True.
the one sequel that I really didn't like was Beauty and the Beast sequel, where for whatever reason they basically got rid of their personality, and the Beast was basically an asshole for no reason. It was like I think the sequel was a Christmas movie.
It was.
Um,
It
They
was.
they had they had the Christmas sequel, and then they had one which was actually 3 pilot episodes because
Yeah.
they were going to do an animated series at one point.
Okay,
But
I really
I
have.
found it awful.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Well,
You guys show.
okay. Basically, I gotta thank Joker for this.
Hey, I
Wow,
wanted that
dude.
game.
Same
Yeah.
here.
I actually wanted that game.
What was it? I couldn't see it. There was glare.
It's
Dead or
Dead or
Alive
Alive
Extreme.
They're like
3.
Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that game as well.
I'm taking a
I got
I'm
mine off of
taking a break
PlayAsia.
from Splatoon 3 because
I'm
I
kind of
don't
curious. Where do you get it from,
what you
though?
get
I've been trying to
Play
find
PlayAsia.
Oh,
PlayAsia.
okay, PlayAsia. Oh, that makes
Anyways,
sense now.
guys, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this that with making their own characters, the situation. Since I'm getting sick of people stealing characters and making them claim it as the other thing, like what happened with Bridget, and they try and do something to mess up with Shiver.
Oh
I'm
yeah, they
sorry.
want
What the fuck
Shiver.
are they doing to Shiver now?
They want Shiver
They
to be
want to actually make. Hold on,
non-binary.
guys. Let me actually fill DD on this. It turns out they actually want to make freaking Shiver not binary.
Huh?
And here's the
Wait.
thing. They
Fucking
thinking
damn
all
it!
the
Could you at least wait a month before you're trying to force shit on characters I like?
Yeah, but here's the thing that the character Shiver is based on a Japanese woman, but the point is they don't know the bandage around her chest. It's basically one of those Japanese women wear around since they have no bra.
I mean, they don't care because again,
Okay, hold on. Someone just went yeet, and we got Nap back again, and
I hit Control R on my keyboard by mistake. I was trying to refresh something. I ended up refreshing the button down.
Yeah. So yeah, the point is like, why do you want to discriminate Japanese people if they're gonna try and do? It's called a Japanese octoling, a non-binary person, which is kind of like racist.
How
Because
about
they-
the
That's
fact
the
they're
problem.
trying to say Fry is Indian?
Oh yeah, okay.
And
So
you know
this-
what they use as their proof? Not, oh, maybe her clothes is based off something they wear in India. No, it's because she has a fucking big forehead.
And it's
Like,
supposedly in India.
wow!
And
Wait,
supposedly
hold
in
on a second.
India,
Wait,
having
wait,
a
wait,
big
wait,
forehead
guys,
is supposed
guys.
to be attractive and means like wisdom and shit like that.
Wait, guys. These idiots do realize that black people also have big foreheads. I have one as well. What the hell? That makes no sense.
Yeah, it
think
makes
I've
no
got one.
sense at all.
What? It's not
And not to
I mean-
mention, Fry is a
I'm all
vampire squid.
I mean, I'm all for taking into account if like an outfit looks similar to something you would see in someone's culture, but saying it's because she has a big forehead, that's kind of stereotypical if you think about it.
Yeah.
Not only that,
I mean-
it's stereotypical, it sounds even more stupid because it's like, what's next? You're gonna say because I
Well,
have
also-
chubby. Go ahead.
GD, guess what I just got?
Splatoon
What?
3.
Yes, it should be here next Tuesday.
Oh, let me know. Oh, do I have you as one of my friends? Because we could do Turf War together.
But yeah, it's
I mean, I
Splatfest
know
is
you
this
have
weekend,
me
but you're
as
gonna
a
miss
friend
out.
on. Oh, I know I have you as a friend on Animal Crossing, but hold on, do I have your code? I'll give you my code now. Hold
Oh,
on.
no. I just wanted to be sure because it's been a while since we've done like Animal Crossing that I forgot.
Yeah.
But if exchanged friend codes and stuff, as long as we let each other know that we're on Splatoon 3, we can do Turf Wars together.
Alright.
You guys are not going to start without me because I'm still getting it for my birthday.
Well, it's just October, so I mean,
You're
you're
trying to
not
get-
Well,
Yeah.
Shadow will still play with you, but you and I can still, play the game
I know,
together
I know.
while we wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's get back to the topic about creating your own trans character. The only thing
Hold
is,
on,
for me,
guys. Let me just actually. If anybody wants my code for my Nintendo account, I mean my friend
Apparently, I
account.
already added you, Mr. A,
I already added you.
because I got your
I
code,
know, but I know
and I
that I don't have Dio yet. But
already.
Wait,
hold
I
on,
didn't have it.
I'll put my
Excuse
code down for Dio because
Wait,
I don't think I actually
Dio,
have
did
Dio
you
yet.
Private chat.
wait? Did you pay for the Nintendo Switch Online as well? Because I still need to get to do
Hold on a second.
that.
Not yet.
Wait,
So,
Hold on a second.
anyways,
Yeah, you need the
Uh,
Nintendo Switch Online.
Al 9000 says the woke
I know.
are racist. Yeah,
wait, hold on a second. Miss A, you said something about your friend code, right?
Now that you figured out how the whole call racist, yeah, just look at fucking Miles Morales' Thor for proof of that.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just look at D&D where they point at orcs and go, black people.
How
And have
about
Yeah.
the apelings with the wings?
Oh, yeah,
Seriously.
the apes with the wings they were saying were black
Also, the
people.
recent Rings of Power episode. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So you're
I mean,
telling me
I'm
that
sorry,
elves are
but
taking our jobs.
Guys,
if you're looking at an apeling and equating it to black people, that doesn't say anything about me or Wizards of the Coast. That says something about fucking you.
yeah,
Whoa,
yeah,
whoa,
like
whoa,
it's the
whoa,
you
whoa.
problem, not the fiction problem. It's the you problem, to be
Hold on a
honest.
second. Wait. Who actually said that shit? Please show me a link to this. I want to see this.
The SJWs. We don't know the exact human being, but they're saying orcs, and now they're saying the flying monkey people that were going to be in the 6E game is now cancelled.
But that's why I don't want to touch Dungeons and Dragons at all, to be honest.
Oh, you can
This is
play
bad.
Dungeons and Dragons. You just need the right people. Mainly people who aren't fucking wokies and will look at a race of.
I mean, just look at the three of us. We do D&D really well.
Yeah, the point is,
yeah.
and the
One
point is for me,
problem, I don't know that's about Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know what's going on. To be honest speaking.
but for me, I'm gonna say this: is like like the whole situation, how they say, oh, they want to compare mythical creatures to minorities, which is stupid, to be honest.
I don't know why do people
Yep,
do that.
I agree.
Yeah, and here's the thing about when I want to get back to the topic of creating your own characters. For me, I already created my OC character, but he's basically a trans man who is a wizard, to be honest.
That's
Trans
awesome.
wizard. Yeah, because I
That's
want
good.
to.
Already way better than High Yachty and Cringe.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold
Oh God.
on. Hold on. So you have a trans wizard that's a good character.
Yeah.
Get a hold of what's his face from fucking High Guardian Spice and tell him how
Ray
it's
Rodriguez.
done. Yeah, tell him how it's done.
Yeah, because I know how trans people are, because I have friends who are trans people
Oh,
and
and
everything.
whoever the translator for who was dating the femboy. But what's that manga called again, Dino?
Well, to be fair, the English title is called I think I turned my best friend into a girl, but the
Oh, I
other
heard about that.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
The Japanese title, if I'm not mistaken, is something along the lines of how to get a girl, air quotes.
And the point is, my trans OC character, he doesn't be all like like these stereotypical. He just want to be a normal person,
Oh, like Bonnie
Yeah.
from Dead End Paranormal Pork.
See,
Yeah.
I think
that's not scary then. Okay.
The,
Oh,
okay, the best example to look at doing reposition correctly is that you look at what Avatar: The Last Airbender did. I hear people saying you're gonna hate Toph now. Like, no, I fucking love Toph. She's a blind, badass earthbender who has a sassy attitude, is the right teacher to teach Aang earthbending, and would fucking love her. Also, she created metal bending. That's fucking badass.
I love Toph too. That's what disappointed me about Rogue One, because you have this blind guy and he says, "I use the Force to see." I'm like, "Ooh, a blind Jedi, blind monk! Oh my god, awesome!" And then it turns out he's not a Jedi, and I.
But it's still Donnie fucking Yen. Come on, it's still fucking badass.
See,
Yeah,
and
but it would have
goes to
been
the
cooler
point,
if he was a Jedi.
Actually,
and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the problem with the woke though. They can't create shit for the.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true, because they can't create anything that's basically original because the point is, like, I could say this: they never took art class or they failed art class.
Yeah.
Not just only art class, they failed maybe English class or certain types of writing.
Well, it's
Don't,
also
don't
because they
wait,
fail
wait,
at
wait.
writing.
We also forget
They
one other
fail at
class
writing.
too.
Here's the point about writing. Even as I'm writing my series, you have to treat these characters with respect. They don't keep acknowledging that, oh, Toph, you're blind. You're Toph, you're blind. The funny thing is about Toph, she will be like, there it is. That's what it'll be sound like when one of you see it, and then she goes like, I'm still blind. They acknowledge that there is a disabled character from one of the
The
other
thing,
air temples, but
the thing,
here's the thing: he's a great mechanic, and he builds Aang like, here's your new air glider. I know it broke, but
Yeah.
I build you a new one. He is disabled in the legs, but holy crap, this kid's a genius. Like you have to
well,
treat characters
Yeah.
with.
well,
Look at Alita Battle Angel. Battle Angel. There's a lot of
Yeah.
disabled
uh,
people in Battle Angel, but they treat it with respect.
Yeah.
well, one of the reasons I love Toph is the only people who ever try to make her feel like she should feel like she can't do anything because she's blind is her parents. Everyone else tends to forget she's blind half the time, and then it's like, oh yeah, you're blind. Sorry.
But then again, that's the point of Toph's backstory. The problem is that she is with a famous family. Her parents are famous, but here's the thing: they can also use that against them, against the family. Like, hey, your daughter's blind. You can't be saying this stuff right now. That's why they're afraid of Toph going out in the world. Like, there's a thing of being that cage bird that Toph always felt like. But when she's with Team Avatar, she's finally free of that. They
Yeah.
even do it more in the sequel books, which is perfect. Which I'm hoping that the animation movie we're getting with the older squad now is going to be great because I want to see that
Well,
story adapted.
well, I'm gonna be honest. I also like the fact that they basically showed that sometimes people that you care about aren't gonna take your feelings into account, and you're better off cutting them off.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've
Yeah.
seen so many things where people are like, "Oh, you should stay with your abuser," and it's like, no, no, you shouldn't. That's why I hated Adora and Qatar and Katra, because Katra is a toxic bitch, and Adora could have done so much better. Hell, if you want to see what would be a good queer representation, Harley and Ivy. That is a good queer representation.
Yeah.
In fact, Ivy is the reason Harley eventually realizes in the Harley Quinn show that, oh my god, Joker is a piece of shit. Why am I doing this to myself?
The thing is,
Yeah.
when it comes to the Harley Quinn show, it's well, I mean, despite the positive things that you said about Ivy and Harley, that show is woke as hell, man.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But it's still
It's which
funny.
one?
Yeah. Where's my goddamn card, Bruce?
No,
So
see,
basically,
the funny, yeah.
Well, if it's woke, it's the better written woke than what I see.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I love that fucking show.
Not just that, but Harley Quinn is in her skimpy outfit, which is not very woke. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
really-
if the wokies had their way, she'd be dressed like a nun or something, which wouldn't make sense for fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So-
point is, like, I could say this, like, with the Harley Quinn series, it's least woke, but not too woke.
Yeah.
Basically,
I said,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
an
wait.
example of getting your point across without basically alienate the people you want to appeal to.
Yeah.
Because
Even though,
I want-
like,
Because if you gave me the choice between watching Harley Quinn and the She-Hulk show, I'm gonna be like, I'm going with Harley Quinn because it's funny and stuff. Meanwhile, She-Hulk, hey, I'm gonna twerk, and oh, I'm
I have to agree
catcalled.
with you.
I have it so
I
much
agree.
worse than you, Bruce.
Oh yeah, respecting females, but then you start twerking. Oh, like
what's funnier?
oh, it's funny you get catcalled.
Yeah, Chief.
He saw his mom get abused. He saw his mom get killed. He was abused.
Hold
You
on,
wanna
hold
know-
on,
so-
one. Let's talk about She-Hulk for a moment, because okay, so I was watching this one video about someone reviewing this abomination, and okay, so you know how if you watch How I Met Your Mother, Barney, the womanizer, the man whore. He goes to the balls, like, oh, that's a woman. I'm going to hit on her, But tries to do all sorts of stupid tricks to get into the panties of women. Well, see, that's funny because you're not supposed to like that. You're supposed to like, oh my god, what, pig, whatever. But what they do in this fucking series, what they do in the She-Hulk, is they make sure you know that he's a sack of shit because the guy that She-Hulk is talking to says, "Oh look, there's a woman. I'm gonna go talk to it." Like,
But
Oh God, why?
even
Why?
though,
Just
um,
why?
I mean, you can make someone unlikable without being like mustache twirling
Yeah.
unlikable.
yeah, like that's a
Here's the
little.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a little.
I got a better solution. You want to be unlikable, right? Punch a baby. I don't know, something that actually makes me want
Pick
to
a
hate you.
puppy.
Hey, Burger
Alright.
King.
I got it.
Use
Wanna
use
be
a child
unlikable?
as a battery.
Hell, I got a solution. Even more fucked up solution. Since she's a lawyer, right? Why don't you take advantage of her and get her
Wait,
to a
I
case
got it,
that
I got it,
she's,
I got it.
fired and win her life, make her unlikable, or backstab her?
But anyways,
Oh,
guys,
God, be
I mean,
unlikable.
I'm
so
Just
sorry.
win against,
I'm
win your
sorry.
case against She-Hulk.
When I have been reading Incredible Hulk comics and watching materials before this particular thing, and I know Hulk's backstory and stuff, I'm not exactly going to be like, oh, poor you got catcalled, when you have a
That,
poor
that,
guy who's scared of hurting people when he gets angry.
yeah.
and that's what pisses me off so much is that you got
Also,
these, Okay, I'll let him say that, then I'll speak.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a I remember that. Ooh, he's just spoiling some parts.
Yeah, in the books.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
read that
that's in the
part.
books. I hope to see that in the adaptation soon by Nickelodeon. So as I was saying about Hulk, what pisses me off so much is that you got these people like it was never explained in the MCU. Yes, it was. We got Ang Lee's Hulk adaptation and the Incredible Hulk. Are you guys forgetting that in the Incredible Hulk that he literally put a bullet in my mouth and the other guy spit it out. How he wants to kill himself. How you're like, it's not it is canon. Fuck off. Read the fucking books. Watch the films again. It's there. That's
Silent,
why Bruce is likable. He
Silent,
had
you
so
gotta
much
remember.
trauma in his life that
Okay, guys.
he wants to end it all, and yet he found people who are willing to accept him.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm more sympathetic to Hulk because while I usually hold my anger better, I am scared of doing something when I'm angry, saying something when I'm angry. I mean, I remember when my youngest niece was 4 years old. I got frustrated with her, and I gave her a good swat to her hand, and she started crying, and I felt horrible after that.
No,
Yeah.
I can relate to this because I can
Yeah.
give a good example. Like, an incident happened a few years ago, and I didn't take it too kind being called a sudden water. And of course, like any normal human being, I snapped. And by doing so, I realized that I got myself recorded for no real reason. I mean, telling this guy head off limb from limb, and then I didn't realize like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I should just calm the hell down before one day someone records me getting angry.
So, anyways,
yeah,
guys.
exactly.
So
Because
let's get back. Let's get back on what I'm
But
saying,
go
because
ahead.
back with the Harley Quinn series. Well, since I know now, like, since I've been looking at the clips, the scene of old Joker becoming a stepdad and a house husband and everything. Well,
Yeah.
I can tell one thing for sure, that he's becoming more of a likable character, to be honest.
Yeah, when I first saw Joker as a good stepfather, even in one of his nightmares saying I would love it if they called me their dad, but I'm not going to overstep their boundaries. I said to myself, I think Joker being a good father is more scarier than what he normally is.
Yeah.
It took a while for it to grow on me.
Even though he became mayor, which is a good thing, but the only thing is, like, to be honest, I don't mind, if the Joker was real, I don't mind he could become the mayor or the governor,
I mean, Lex Luthor ran for president once, so
Yeah.
It became America.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is go to the point though.
The thing is, the Joker also dismantled the police as well. So there you go.
See, the thing is, what's funny though with the woke, it's kind of funny that all these comments we mentioning, they actually have good writing. They make logical sense. They don't make it seem like you're the all word. They actually treat you like you're a decent human being for once.
No, let's talk about that good writing, because I shared this on Discord a while ago. But Lex Luthor saved the universe. Not once, but twice. Like he was basically talking to this dude who had the power of God, and he was able to not use his own power but his own mind to save it. Meanwhile, SJWs, they would just make it like we have to make sure that we have gender studies into the sea or something. It's like no.
I think that shit would be the reason why that one villain would have destroyed us.
Like, nope, I gotta destroy the universe. Totally wiping it out now. See ya. Boosh.
No, yeah,
Exactly.
the reason
I really gotta do a.
So the reason why
either gotta do a top 10 DC.
Well, guys, one at a time.
Thanks to that scene, I really either gotta do a top 10 animated, top 10 DCAU villains list, or a character essay on Lex Luthor, DCAU Lex Luthor.
Also, another favorite scene of mine from the Justice League or Justice League Unlimited series is when Grundy dies again and Hawkgirl is there to comfort him. Mind you, Hawkgirl doesn't believe in God, and she has the opportunity to say, no, your soul ain't waiting for you, but she instead, checks herself like, yeah, your soul is waiting for you, Grundy. And it's like a very heartwarming, sweet scene, especially the line that Aquaman says, like, it's, about just believing or something like that. That right
Basically,
there.
Hawkgirl
It's
put
about faith.
her beliefs aside to comfort someone in their dying need.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And this goes back to the point when you mentioned when Rickshaw, right?
Yeah,
he puts the point that if you're so-called, it makes me want to laugh my ass off, right? When people see this, like when people complain about Naruto and they say stuff like, "Oh, how the female kills are not strong women," I'm like, there's a way they can make them a strong woman. They don't necessarily have to be powerful. Why don't you use your brain to
Oma is an example of a strong female character without having to be buffed up and punching people in the face.
No, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, people act like being strong and powerful is somehow the greatest thing. Was like, no, using your brain, using logic, is more powerful than strength.
Kaiju number 8 right now. There's some good writing in Kaiju number 8. I mean, the main protagonist is like a 30-year-old dude, and his main love interests are also 30. But what I like about that is that part of number 8 is that it's never too late to achieve your dream. But even with 1% power right now that he has, until I get volume number 4, is that everything that he's learned from the Kaiju, because he takes apart the Kaiju organs and all the bones as his job. He's part of the cleanup crew. He's able to be like, even with 1%, I'm going to do my best to support this team. He finds one of the cores. He's like, Captain, this is where the core is. You need to aim here for this and that. And they're like, well done. And it is really good. In fact, they make the main female, yeah, she's good, but they still remember the promise that they both made. Also, because he's not addressing her correctly as Captain, as what he's supposed to do. She's like, 100 push-ups, please. Yet she has a smirk on her face like, that is exactly what my friend would do. So I'm like, it's a nice relationship right now. But until I get number 4, I have no idea where it's going to go right now. Because it's getting good, really good.
Okay, so I need your thoughts on this. Would you guys prefer to see a... Dio, why are you acting like this?
Oh, wait, you could hear that? Damn.
Oh, wait, that was supposed to be in my mind.
Okay, but I need your guys' opinion on this, and I know I feel like I could do both, but would you rather guys see a top 10 DCAU villains list or a character essay on Lex Luthor, DCAU Lex Luthor?
I would say counter essay because I want to know how you do it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
let's go with the essay.
you might want to get help when it comes to a countdown.
Okay, when you do the essay, have someone proofread it so they know exactly what you're going to state, and
Listen
if
up,
there's too
Shadow.
much filler, they can cut some content out of
It,
it.
it was really funny, like with South Park when they make fun of the illegal immigrants to say, "Oh, do the homework to do the essay," and then later on, and they say, "Oh, I wrote things to my essay and all sort of
Yeah, I
stuff."
remember that. I remember
Oh,
that.
Mexican
That was great.
Joker.
What did you
Yeah.
want to say, Dio?
Flashback. It's Mexican Joker.
Dio.
Mexican
you
Joker?
had something
Oh my
to say.
god.
Oh my god, that's funny. Kyle's explaining to everyone, if you lock him up, we're gonna get another Joker situation. You mean Mexican Joker? No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
guys.
good writing and good dark humor. I fucking love it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
If you-
that's something that the SJWs can never get through their tiny, smooth brains. Is
Yeah.
you can do gritty humor, dark humor, whatever kind of humor you want. The issue is your little pussy ass sensitivity is one that can't take a joke. When you look at Dave Chappelle, he makes fun of everyone: white, black, Asian, Mexican, LGBT, whatever.
Don't forget the iconic. Don't forget his iconic one. Now, women, don't you think chivalry is dead? Yes, chivalry's dead, and women killed it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then he explains the joke. It's so
Oh.
funny. It's the iconic. Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, I've
That's my
actually,
personal favorite.
I've actually been seeing articles about women complaining that no men will ask them out anymore, and it's like, I wonder why.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
remember
not
Raging
like
Golden Eagles video?
like you would try and get the police on them if you decided they were bad in the sack.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Hold on, guys.
And they're also complaining
Whoa,
that they
whoa,
have to
time out.
dates.
Okay, Viking XX asks, "Hey guys, here's another related question: which fast food restaurant hasn't gone woke yet?"
Chick-fil-A.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen anything for Taco Bell yet.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A still doesn't support us queer folk.
I would say local West ones for.
But here's the
West ones.
thing. Now, here's what I want to say. Like, let's talk about fucking Chick-fil-A for one moment.
Excuse you?
Yes, it's anti-LGBT shit.
Look, Chick-fil-A is terrible for being anti-queer, but I don't really like the food. But I just laugh every time I see some wokey bitch wearing a Pride T-shirt, eating a chicken sandwich, saying, show them. I'm like, they got your money. You didn't show them anything.
This isn't the win you think it is, sweetie. You lost. You played a stupid game and you lost a stupid prize. Like, because here's what I will say. There's no real point in trying to, boycott, air quotes there, Chick-fil-A or whatever, because no one's really going to do it. People are still going to go and get Chick-fil-A. Hell, LGBT people still eat Chick-fil-A. Why? Because, they like Chick-fil-A. And at the end of the day,
really like it, so that's my reason for not going there. I think I ate there once because someone gave me a gift card. I'm like, well, better to use this than have it sit in my dresser.
But that's the only thing is,
I get better food from Raising Cane's than Chick-fil-A.
To be honest, I prefer the grilled sandwiches to the fried.
Basically, Legbo actually gives us some really freaking solid advice. Never date woke and Me Too Karens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just laughing my ass off at these women who are like, I have to initiate a date now. I never had to do that. And I'm like, you're the reason. No guy's gonna fucking risk getting falsely accused for pussy. Hell, they'll get a fleshlight if they really need to get their rocks off.
And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Like for me, like I usually take my instinct to see which woman is acceptable to be dating by my own instincts instead of going blind a lot, to be honest.
Oh, I'm glad we are talking about women now because I was watching this one video called the Girl Boss Paradox, I believe it's called.
Oh
It's
God.
1 hour long. No, Edie, it's good. It's good. A woman is, talking about this whole feminist issue and why women in current year aren't happy. Well, for starters, first off, when it comes to liberal women versus conservative women, statistics have proven that liberal females are more unhappy than conservatives, which it makes sense because
It's true.
they sit there and stew in their own misery. Like, oh, the patriarchy is against me. Oh no, did that man look at me? Oh, was that a cat whistle? Like, they live in this
Yeah.
infinite nightmare that they made up by themselves.
True,
See,
and,
it's
and
a
here's the
thing-
thing: I'm a victim of this so-called false accusation, which I couldn't go to any of my local cons because even this bitch kind of made a lie, made me lost my job at a con.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
What a bitch.
Wow, may she forever stub her toe every day for the rest of her life for that.
It's all because she thinks I disrespected her parents. No, I just criticized about how her parents raised her.
Oh,
Because
not just on
he's-
the toe. I'd say she should actually step on a thumbtack for the rest of her life as well.
here's
I'm
the
just gonna
thing,
say this.
because
She basically
let me continue.
proved
Let me
your
continue.
point. She
And
basically
let me
proved your
continue.
point by doing something that her parents should be ashamed of.
Yeah. And here's the thing: why I criticize her and criticize her parent about her parents, because she made fun of my friend's parents, saying, "Oh, my friend's parents are from Alabama and they're cousins."
Wow.
Are they cousins?
No,
wow.
That's just fucking stupid.
it's because the reason is they made fun of she made fun of my friend's parents. That's the problem.
Oh,
And here's
no,
the
no,
other
no.
thing. And here's the other thing. She made this
Oh,
whole
we got Matt
accusation.
Well, I
Hello.
mean, like
Hey.
me and Dio will rip on Shadow
Matt.
from time to time about being from Ohio. Mostly
Yeah.
the fact that their candle doesn't have a scent.
And
I
the tree
mean-
has nut sacks.
And here's the thing.
Shit, I mean, you could just make fun of my state. I mean, I live in the state of Georgia for crying out loud.
Um,
You can make fun
right.
of my state.
But here's the other thing about this Karen who who made me lost my job at a con and can't even go to my local cons. She used her dead mother's account to spy on me to know which con I'm going to. That's the problem. Since I blocked her.
Good God.
But one
Yeah,
thing
guys,
I
this
also
is-
wanted to branch off of with the whole video that I was
Yeah.
talking about, though, is not only are liberal women mad and upset. A lot of these women who have jobs, there's two types of woman that has a job. The woman who wants the job because it's her choice, she's happy, she is okay with where she's at. But
Yeah.
you have these feminists who want the job because we gotta stick it to the patriarchy. The man wants me to stay at home making sandwiches, so I gotta get this job. They're unhappy. They're miserable.
Yeah.
Again, it basically at the end of the day, the bottom line here is liberal women or third wave feminists or land whales, what do you want to call these people?
They're not that happy.
They
So-
make their own unhappiness. They
So what-
stew.
I have a question. What would they say about me if I say I love baking and cooking and stuff?
You know, as well as
A
I do,
sellout?
what they would say. How dare you? You're doing what the man wants you to. That's, you need to, sit on the couch, drinking Budweiser while watching NASCAR and scratching yourself and
I
hitting your...
can't have alcohol. I'm a diabetic. It would basically
Yeah.
kill me.
Now, to be fair, they would probably show sympathy with that, hopefully. But you're supposed to sit in like a tank top and watch your NASCAR and letting your hair grow out.
Hey, Dio, don't call me out. I am wearing a tank top.
And here's
No, see, here's the scary thing. The scary thing that I can see, I notice woke blacks be like, how come you don't do the stereotypical black stuff? Maybe because my parents will beat my ass if I start speaking ghetto. Maybe my parents would try to, well, really looking like, I would be better than that?
And here's the thing, here's the thing how racist these woke people are. Say, oh, your English is bad because they want to judge my English. But seriously, they don't know anything with English because here's the thing: I'm Hispanic. I'm not an immigrant, but yeah, it's kind of racist to Hispanics to say, oh, your English is bad or speak English. I speak English and I type English.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised they don't expect you to speak like this, senor.
No, and it makes it even matters worse. I noticed with woke blacks, Damn.
Also,
Oh
like
my god!
Man, what?
Damn.
What?
That is true.
Oh.
yeah. In fact, man, milk is not easy to come to, so many parents will go RIP childless.
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
no. If they can prove they have everything that's required, they'll go to a fertility clinic and get sperm.
Yeah.
See, and that's the problem with these females. It's like they don't realize that if you really want a man so much, why don't you treat a man right for once?
Yeah, it's
Oh
true.
wait,
Oh.
it's too difficult for you. I'm sorry.
Oh. There's
Oh,
something else
it's because the man's got to pay for what their ancestors did. Like,
I'm sorry.
like
but-
I'm sorry.
All right.
My dad was raised by a single woman. My grandma worked in a diner, lived off tips and stuff. Met another guy and had 2 kids with him. So my aunt and uncle are my
Yeah.
dad's half siblings. And I think that's why my dad understands that women are just as capable of things, because his mother worked every day to make sure he had a roof over his head.
And here's
No,
here's
it's-
the other thing about with feminists, right? They mostly are fatherless or have daddy issues.
Exactly, and I noticed this with my ex-girlfriend. It's like I look at these type of people get so bothered. It's like I find it really funny that my mom, like, she could easily work. She has a bachelor's degree in business. She could easily have a decent income, but she tells you really to keep herself at home to keep me safe because I'm her son, and since I have autism, she want to keep me safe. She want to make sure I have the proper things I need to know, like for example, have proper social skills, have a better education, health, have fucking clean food to eat.
Yeah.
I still need to
point is-
finish up freaking Cyberpunk Edgerunners, though.
Oh yeah, that's a good anime.
But
The main
still,
point, the main point is this.
Oh,
It's like-
Kojima's watching it now.
All these
Kojima's
famous-
watching it.
Yeah, the main point I'm saying is this: all these films crying about how we need to stick it to the man. It's like you don't have to stick it to the man. Just do your own damn thing and stop trying to stick it to us men.
and the thing is, I have to tell the truth that I take things from Obama because he's right about how children who are fatherless do commit the worst crimes. To be honest.
No, he's right. I don't like the guy, but he's right.
I mean, my initials are ERH, and it was because if I had been born a boy, I would have been named after my grandfather, whose name was Elton. I have to, albeit it's the female spelling, I have the same middle name as him, and obviously because it was my dad's dad, I have the same last name. I was named the name I have to honor my grandfather, because again, I would have been named after him if I had been born male. And I'm sure this will ruffle some wokey assholes, but ruffle some jimmies and stuff. But I'm proud to carry the initials of my paternal grandfather, because I find it amazing that my father wanted to honor his father enough that he came up with an alternative when I turned out to be female.
Oh yeah, did you hear? Studio Trigger just BTFO'd the heck out of CDPR. Did you
I
hear
know
that?
that.
Oh, yeah. I've been hearing about that. Basically, that's why I freaking love Cyberpunk Edgerunners so much, because of Rebecca. That's my boo. I know that freaking Mad Matt will actually disagree, but, I still respect him. I still respect his taste. But I'm still standing the ground and saying Rebecca is still just the best waifu material, even though she has a lot of Rule 34s on her. Even though we should get some more of all the other girls as well.
So
we're talking about Cyberpunk now.
Oh yes.
So here's the thing.
Does anyone remember when the Wokies tried to claim it was racist and then found out the creator was black?
God damn it.
God, that was golden.
Damn it. Why do you actually have to bring that up, Dee? I mean, seriously.
Because I find it fucking funny that they tried to claim racism and it turned out the creator's a black guy. And then they're back like, well, you're self-hating. And it's like, no, you're just trying to avoid looking stupid now.
Wait.
It just came back and bit him in the ass. In fact, it's just like, freaking when they were actually saying that the game was actually transphobic because of a freaking trans person for a freaking billboard for a break.
Yeah, by the way, Solar Punk is overrated.
Yeah. No, and this is why I said when I come to one thing though, is that I find it more funny that CD Projekt Red could be like, oh, how dare they have a body kill? It's like, motherfucker, I can change my body
not exactly.
in your game.
You're not technically. They were just wondering
Let me-
about
let-
like, does the
let
person
me finish.
fit? They're not
Yeah,
full
I mean,
blood
no,
woke, but it's
no,
called.
wait.
That's
I
the
was
meme
trying to-
exists. No lolly, no anime.
I was trying to get to that point.
And I'm already 6 episodes in. I need to finish out the other 4 episodes.
Dude,
Yeah.
Because
I'm
I plan on reviewing that myself.
I'm actually quite a ways ahead of you on that one there.
I'm at
Mr.
Hold
Amos.
on.
Spoilers for me.
And
Hold on.
I'm just
Look.
gonna say this. I really think they need to get actual queer people for the representation because
yeah,
I've noticed with creators like Rebecca Sugar, Vivzy Pop, the person who did the webcomic that called Dead India, which became Dead End Paranormal Park, they do a better job at representation than these so-called queer people. Also, Dio, we got confirmation there's a season 2 for Dead End.
Ah, nice.
yeah.
I mean,
And
now one thing I do want to throw out there, and Didi can vouch on this: do not blame the animation for being a quote kids show. It's not. The people who are responsible for ratings are at fault with this. It's supposed to be for teens and adults.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
here's
original material, the webcomic, was
Yeah.
meant for older audiences.
And we still need to do a binge watch of it, mostly because I think I'm going to lose my Netflix account by the end of the year.
If someone figured out how to keep
bad.
Netflix from not being shown in Discord, I'm all for it.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this: if all this, this woke mentality came from the soccer mom mobs, to be honest, like they're the ones who ruin our fun, and they kind of ruin the media. Like, basically, they complain about things. They want to be everyone's parent, but they're not parenting their own kids.
And because the thing is, like you said, the soccer mom mentality, the precious little boo boo baby is a good boy, will do nothing wrong. Meanwhile, the precious boo boo baby is a piece of shit who probably sells drugs to everyone in the school or
Ooh.
whatever.
And they end up becoming.
I think
they
the only
becoming
person
shitty
that's
like their
actually played
parents.
freaking
I'll be
Scarlet
right back.
Nexus is
I'll be right back, guys. I got a thing saying my delivery.
I have that game.
oh okay. Well,
I have-
anyway,
I have-
the only person I know that's actually played Scarlet Nexus is Joker.
Yep, it's
Wait,
actually
Mr. A,
pretty
I
good.
also have that game as well.
I
Oh,
recommend
I also
playing
have-
the game.
yeah.
Don't watch the anime. For
the
Scarlet
funny
Nexus,
game-
play the game. Don't watch the anime.
So yeah, the funny with Scott Nix is I actually have that game, and well, it's a pretty decent game though.
It is decent. I love the soundtrack. I love the idea of having a brain punk future than a typical cyberpunk. I think that's what helps separates it from all the rest. Like you get a lot of these
Yeah.
abilities.
By the way,
So
anyone
it's pretty fun.
want to hear my idea for a future cyberpunk story? Like,
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, imagine if you will, something a lot like cyberpunk with all the '80s aesthetics and all that, but have the World Economic Forum as the main villains.
Yeah.
Oh God,
That
yes,
would be pretty
yes.
fucking cool.
Yes, that'd be fucking metal.
That would actually freaking piss off Klaus Schwab. I hope it does.
Yeah, you mean pedo Schwab? Because he is a pedophile.
Like,
Oh, that's actually news to me.
I'm pretty sure Deus Ex kind of fills that role. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got the Illuminati, and which are basically kind of like the World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the WEF was actually run by the goddamn Illuminati.
Yeah.
I remember Pig.
And everybody been playing. If
I like
everyone
to
playing
think that the
DSX, they'll
Illuminati
realize
are
that
the
then
ones
guess
who
what?
run. I like to think the Illuminati are the ones who are running Twitter.
It's made by Member Pig. Super cereal.
See also Moloch.
Oh, hey guys, I'm back.
And the
Yeah.
Illuminati probably started the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And Member Pig.
So,
And
guys,
Bear Pig.
this is because I'm trying to get my Christmas shopping done early so I don't have to deal with the crowds in December. But do y'all want to see what I got my youngest niece for Christmas?
Yeah, sure. Just
Oh, let's see it. Ooh,
Okay.
That's
that's
neat.
pretty cool.
That's
A
good.
Funko Pop of Harley Quinn.
Airy.
Oh, Eerie. Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
My youngest niece has gotten into anime, which makes me happy because a few years back when Generation 4 My Little Pony ended, I said, I'm sure I can get you a couple more figures before they stop selling those characters. She's like, I'm not into My Little Pony anymore. I'm like, my heart! My heart!
I
But
know that
even
feels
though,
really-
even though Generation 5 of My Little Pony kind of sucks, to be honest, because here's the thing. It looks very
Baby
cringe.
Yoda.
What
I don't
is
care
it?
if you call him Grogu. I don't care if you call him the child. To me, he will always be Baby Yoda.
Yep.
I'd
Is-
rather the child over Grogu. I'm sorry.
All right. Let me try to say. Let me
I
continue.
Since
also
we're
have
on the
What do you
topics
what do you
of
mean by
gifts-
MLP Generation 4? What is that? MLP Heart Gold Soul Silver? Just
no,
kidding.
No, I'm talking about
It's a
Generation
joke.
5. I
Hold
said
on,
like.
guys. Joker might want to say something to say. Go ahead, Joker.
I just love having this thing. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
I got a Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah, in fact,
Since
I
we're on-
definitely love Baby Yoda because practically he's like the heart and soul of the series of the Mandalorian.
Let's
So-
be
season
honest,
three was
Baby Yoda is
awesome.
not the reason the show did so well.
So, since we're on the topic of gifts, I really want to get the Gravity Falls Complete Series DVD box set before it discontinues, thanks to
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney is so greedy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Disney
But
buys
you know-
up all these IPs and does nothing with them.
Okay, I think the real reason why it's gonna discontinue is due to licensing issues, but I like to blame it on Disney.
Speaking of gifts though, one of my friends decided to try to give me like a hyperdimension figure based on one of my favorite characters named Blonde. As
But
a
the only
Christmas
thing
gift.
is,
Oh yeah, Blondie B.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Also,
Yeah.
guys,
But my niece
It's
got into anime, so that makes me happy because
that's good.
most of the stuff I like, she likes. So it's basically like friendship is magic when she was into My Little Pony. I could get her a Little Pony figure for $4 and she'd be happy because
Yeah.
Little Pony.
Like after Friendship is Magic was over, it got worse with the My Little Pony franchise with the cringe ponies, to be honest.
I mean, Hasbro went woke, so
Generation 5 movie, but I've been reluctant to watch the show that comes after because I don't like the fact that they're basically saying something happened for all the ponies to separate again. I'm like, where the fuck are the Wendigos? Because if this is years after Generation 4, there should be fucking Wendigos flying around because friendship was broken.
Oh no, Didi. Here's what I'm thinking. Is the difference. Like this is my theory. Insert game theory here, joke. But so when it came to the when the Wendigos were actually there doing Wendigo stuff, it was because everyone literally hated each other to the point where it's like, I'm gonna go over here and kick your ass because fuck you, I hate you. Meanwhile, with Generation 5, it seems like yeah, let's not go over there. We don't associate with their kind, so like there's a difference between what's going on. Like again, the Wendigos.
Also, I don't care if her wings and horn were transparent or whatever.
All right, and besides,
Sunny is a fucking princess. Everyone knows it. Anyone who says she isn't needs a slap because I don't care if the wings are ghostly and the horn is ghostly. They still fucking showed up, and that's usually a sign that you're a fucking princess now.
yeah, but besides, I had to distance myself from the brony community because it got infiltrated by actual pedophiles, to be honest.
Oh God, why? Just why?
Trust me, I'm aware. One of them whose avatar would wear a top hat turned out to be one.
Oh no, not Sir Frog Finest. Please tell me not Sir Frog Finest.
No, he was the red Pegasus thing.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, the point is like, seriously, like, I don't know why they want to target little girls over My Little Pony shows, which is really cringe, to be honest, and it's
Not
wrong.
just that, but that also really enforces the stereotype about fans. Because it's kind of like...
exactly. It's like, it's like I always said about, like, the LGBT community actually giving a free pass to freaking Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy for their crimes, so they
Don't
actually
forget
done to
Ezra
little boys.
Miller because I'm sorry, they're non-binary.
No, the reason why they actually because they're both gay. Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy were actually gay.
Yeah, but they were giving Ezra Miller, the Flash a pass on, kidnapping a teenage girl because they're non-binary, and it's like he still ran off with a teenage girl. That is not a good thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They need to start charging these people with the crimes they commit instead of just giving them a pass. Let's get rid of affluenza and rich privilege. And actually charge these people no matter how much money they have.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Damian
Government
Miller,
just doesn't want to pay the bill.
Let's not forget Damian Miller or whatever his name is that's still working.
Damon Mills. Yeah, Damon Mills.
And here's the thing.
And that pisses me off because there's actual proof he did something. Meanwhile, Vic got fired and there's no fucking proof. And I'm sorry, but if you can't even produce me a fucking police report, I'm not going to fucking believe you.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, these people thinking, oh, social media is a thing. Here's what I do to these people who want to try and throw lies at me, whatever. How about this? How about they can take a polygraph test with me and see what happens?
Exactly. But, if you actually have, like, both parties actually agree to take a polygraph test, I bet you that Lady Tora will actually come up as, like, that she's the liar.
Yeah.
And I am so sick of people defending that bitch who abused Johnny, because now she's sending her little toadies after YouTubers like that Umbrella guy, because how dare they point out her bullshit.
And what's funny is they got that whole neckbeard nice guy mentality where it's like, Milady is innocent no matter what. It's like, no. You that filthy, smelly ass neckbeard. She is guilty. Just like you're guilty of eating too much fucking butter.
And I'm bringing this up too. Unless Johnny was slowly taking off his motherfucking rings and she waited patiently, her face should look like fucking burger meat after being beaten in the face.
Exactly.
Oh, are you talking about a certain Are you talking about a certain Amber Heard that I've heard
we
about?
We call her Amanda if we got to give her a name, just so YouTube can't be like, oh, you said it, we got to take your video down.
Oh, I just call her the woman that.
Oh yeah,
shits
that's right.
on
We're on
everything.
YouTube.
I called her the woman that shits on everything.
Yo, Ricky, what's up, dude?
Bullshit.
But yeah, I'm talking about her because that quote-unquote picture of her bruised face, it looked like she had shit smeared on her face.
Ew.
And then...
Yeah.
And
that's what I said.
And then claiming...
Let's find another topic to talk about, because let's not talk
claiming
about
that she got her face beat in.
Okay. Can we cut that?
Look, anyone who has seen Johnny Depp's hands, he always wears a bunch of rings.
Okay.
And I've seen someone accidentally get hit in the face with one
I love you.
get damaged.
Okay, can we cut for now, because we know about the Johnny Depp situation, and I don't want to hear too much about celebrity dramas at the moment.
Yeah.
I am going to say this.
Besides, justice has been served in a court of law, so.
I'm going to say this though. You know, if Amber Heard had a quirk from
Amanda, we say Amanda.
If the bitch who shits on everything had a quirk, it would probably be she can shit instantly. Like that would be her form of defense.
Yeah, and she'd actually be more like a freaking villain instead of a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Yeah, but no one would want her. Like, Shigaraki would be like, no, you shit on everything. We just got this mahogany chair yesterday.
We just
We
got
don't
the
need-
bar rebuilt. We want it looking nice for a year at least.
Yeah, and
Yeah. And what?
yeah, I kind of got to thank Joker for this because basically I will be checking this out once once I actually end the stream, and basically I still got.
Oh, nice.
That's good. So basically, let's try to say this: if anyone try to come out with lies going on, it's better make anyone force everyone to take the polygraph test.
Anyway,
Okay, hold on.
Mr. A,
Good.
if you end up getting Splatoon 3, let me know so I can play Turf Wars with you.
Okay, well, yeah. Besides, I gotta save up some money so I can, probably get it. So probably on my next paycheck, I'll see what I can do about
Yeah,
that.
and I'm still waiting for my birthday to get Splatoon 3.
It's fun. Yeah. It's fun, both story mode and just doing things like Turf War. It's fun. Plus, I don't know if you have Splatoon 2, but if you have a save file for Splatoon 2, they'll give you 3 gold passes, which will let you bypass levels that you have to get for weapons and stuff.
Yeah, in fact, I still gotta play. I haven't really played any of the Splatoon games, but basically, I still want to check out Splatoon because that looks like fun.
It is.
The only way I got into Splatoon was not just through JSFIX4, but also through playing Smash.
Yeah.
Wait, Jason Pie has Splatoon 3 too?
Basically, I don't know if he does, but
I mean,
you might have to talk to him about that.
I am gonna say this: if you want the 3 gold passes, you're gonna have to buy Splatoon 2 and at least play it till you're a couple levels high, because you need a save file from 2 in order to get those passes.
I mostly played the campaign. Does that count for anything, or
no?
Fuck.
Well, it depends if you want to or not.
Honestly,
I'm not telling you to get Splatoon 2. I'm just telling you if you want the passes, you're gonna have to get it because it needs. They ask about a save file, and if you don't have the save file, they won't give you the passes.
Yeah, like you can play NRT battles in any level.
In that case, they should
tip me off about Dead or Alive Extreme 3. I will be playing it, but I'll probably do a twit longer review for the game itself because I want to actually give you guys a better experience on my personal opinions about the game. And, I could probably do a much more better job than what the games journalists that are still freaking bitching about politics over. Because at least I could actually...
because remember Play Asia called out the SJW journalists. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play Asia called them out back then.
That's why I decided to get freaking...
Back on the tail end of GG.
Get this off of Play Asia because basically they are worth the money, okay? I know this cost me $50, but hell.
Yo,
the problem is
Play Asia, you better
to get any DLC, you have to have either a Japanese credit card or you have to buy prepaid from Play Asia. Because Sony's store only region locks it by credit card.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I got the game too.
Yeah, and also Fire King X actually was saying about Scarlet Nexus. He says, I'd recommend that game, even though I never played it. But
it's a good game.
Yeah,
it's a very good game.
He also added a couple more comments as well, saying, "Hold on, I've seen gameplays in Kasane, who I think is what her name is wife material." And he also says, at Silent Joker 45, I totally forgot about the anime. Thanks for reminding me. I still have to watch it.
I'm about to say this for Fire King. Do not watch the anime. Play the game. Don't watch the anime. There is a side quest that if you do watch the anime, you will get a code. But just look up the codes online. The anime's not worth it.
Also, by the way, Bad Matt, do you want to say anything? Like, you've been kind of quiet. I will make sure everyone's
yeah, you guys have been talking over me, so yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it.
I really not much to say.
I mean, the issue
Well,
is like this.
other than Cyberpunk Edgerunners, it's really good, really good.
Yes.
Yeah, I still need to finish it off, so I'll probably watch that as soon as the stream's over. But let's get to the 2-hour mark and then we'll call it good.
Well, if you want to end it early, it's fine.
No, besides, let's go for the 2-hour mark, guys, because we haven't actually had a good old fashioned 2-hour freaking.
Yeah, we haven't had a good old fashioned orgy in a while. I mean, 2-hour mark. We have not had a.
Yeah, we've been getting out 15 minutes early.
Like this is some kind of fucking classroom. Like it's about to be, into school.
Yeah. The point is, it's like people nowadays, they need to do something. If they spreading a lie, they should do basically polygraph test. To be honest.
No, you're not. I do agree with you as well.
Because the point is, most con organizers need to hire people who have polygraph testers, so people can basically find out if they're trying to make any lies about what happened with the past cons. Like they think,
or better yet, just not believe anything. I think we need to, and I think we just need to stop believing these people to begin with.
No,
stop believing them until they show some evidence, because there's just too many liars and there's too many. Because it's just too easy to like for example, what happened to Vic. It was a politically motivated hit job. They wanted to get him out, so they just made something up.
It is. And here's the thing, like they need to do something with the con policies. Instead of relying on social media posts, they need to show actual evidence.
Exactly. No, and
and the thing is that's I just really hope that AM Studios gets up and running so that Funimation finally has some damn competition to these.
I'm hoping
Funimation
gets hit with karma.
Yeah, and the point is, most jobs need to have like a no social media policies. Like if somebody wrote a bad social media post, nobody will care.
Yeah, I think that they should just stop. And the problem is a lot of times like they'll also do phone calls. I think that when it comes from someone, when you get a phone call from someone that has no relation to your business, if it's probably over something on the internet, I would suggest bosses to just not listen. And I think that corporations should start sticking up for their employees and telling these internet mobs to go F themselves.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait.
That can be a double-edged sword, because like people who called out L'Oreal Paris for hiring Amanda Heard just so we don't get the video taken down could easily be like, well, we're not going to listen to you because you're just being. But
at the very least, people could then speak out without fear. And it would also defang doxing.
Yeah.
It would make doxing less of a threat if people. Of course, you still have the threat of swatting, which I think we need a national crackdown on that.
Funny, and whoever came up with it needs a good slap.
No, and here's the thing, like the only thing is, if they try to use threats, guess what? It'll go to the police.
No, and this is the point what I'm saying as well. That's why a lot of times, whenever someone, like for example, the whole whenever someone started claiming that emoticon pedophilia, I look at like, oh wait, let me look up the laws you said, let me find out the evidence you have saying, and if it's pedophilia, then well, I'll delete everything. I'll delete everything and turn myself into the break. If it's not,
and here's the thing, it's like they say, oh, you post something on social media, take the consequences. Nobody is warranted for consequences that nobody want to take. There's no such thing as consequences.
The thing is, if they want to hold you accountable, why don't they hold themselves accountable and reveal their own? Why don't they post their own docs?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I say
if I was an employer, I would say tell me who you are. To basically so that if it turns out and do an investigation, if they were lying about my employee, I would have no qualms of Well, I wouldn't post their information publicly, but I'd use that information to maybe file a defamation suit if they affect the business. The thing is that I myself would not dox people, but there are certain people particularly copyright lawyers of big corporations, I just wouldn't care if it happened to them. But
yeah.
Well,
I hate NISA, for example. If someone docks their entire legal team, I'd be indifferent to it. I wouldn't. I don't think it's. I think that the person who did it is a piece of shit, but I wouldn't feel bad for the people who got, because they're copyright lawyers who keep on taking things down.
I'm gonna be honest. The worst I would do to Bitch Cakes Marchie is I'd send her a bag of edible gummy dicks. That'd be the worst I do for doxing.
See, the problem with doxing is it's very serious now because of the advent of swatting, which I think there needs to be a national crackdown on.
Well, I mean, is it really considered doxing if all I did was send her gummy dicks?
If you didn't post the information or anything, it's probably not doxing unless you actually drop the dox, which is.
And here's the other thing is people shouldn't be putting their real names on the internet including their freaking age, because how people can look it through somehow. Because the information is public.
Yeah, they'll use that information to narrow down. See, thing is that you could have someone if you just have their first and last name and nothing else. A lot of times there's just too many people with that same first and last name. You have to have something else to narrow it down.
Yeah. Well, that's why I only use initials when I was explaining about being given the same initials as my paternal grandfather, because I'm not risking someone being like, "Oh, how about I call the police on you?"
No, and this is why
swatting needs to stop. And I think data brokers like Ben Verified and all them. I think there needs to be some sort of check before you can get people's street addresses because of the advent of swatting particularly.
No, and this is what I'm trying to say. Like one thing that I think definitely could change is Facebook to get rid of the real name policy.
That'd be nice. That would be nice.
I used to have Facebook in the past, and before then, you didn't have to have your ID. You didn't have to have your own face photo. Nowadays, you have to. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, and see, Facebook is a doxer's haven. I would recommend just deleting your Facebook.
Oh, I don't have a Facebook nowadays. Thank God I don't.
I would recommend deleting it if you have a Facebook because that's how people dox you. Usually, that's the easy way. The thing is, other methods of doxing usually require you to actually pay. Like you have to pay one of these data brokers and stuff, and most people aren't willing to pay because they're cheapskates.
Yeah, and the funny thing, like the only time.
And not to mention, if they pay the data brokers, guess what? Well, they gotta get into legal trouble.
See, the
I guess they could trace the credit card transaction.
Oh no, and another thing though, we also forget that they can get your IP phone address, and I laugh my ass off when so many people get my who hate Lolicon so much. They try to get my location. And I look at them like, if I wanted to, if I found out who you are, I can legally sue you for documents my personal information, like my home address and stuff like that, right? Because I mean, like you said, like these people are swatters. There are people out there who could swat you and stuff like that.
Yeah, and what as I said, there needs to be a national crackdown on swatting. I think that I guess that maybe we should just not have 911 services for VoIP calls because that's usually how they do it. They usually use VoIP to call in. I think one thing that we have on the internet with routing is if a router has something that comes in and on like if there's a packet that has an IP address that where it could not physically come from that line, like that Ethernet port, where it would just drop it. We need the same thing for phone systems, so that someone from out of state can't call and spoof their number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Langbo actually brings us a couple of good points. One, he says, funny because woke and Me Too don't really like the police. I mean, why?
They don't like them, but they sure do use them as weapons.
Why not go to the police and file a police report?
Yeah, it's true.
No, see, the problem is the reason why they don't want the police, they like the police, because the police will expose their bullshit. The police will find out, okay, you're a lying motherfucker. Fuck off, and go to jail.
Yeah, and also.
Yeah, the thing is that swatting it is illegal. The thing is that it's only illegal so far as making a false 911 call. What they need to do is make it. They need to make it attempted murder because that's exactly what it is.
At least the only thing is with here's the thing with the thing is, people need to be aware about data brokers, and even at the same time, forums like Kiwi Farms, they need to moderate their members, because often they post their docs there.
Well, here's the thing: is that if it wasn't for data, like for example, I think how they said they found Mr. Anime's docs is through a data broker, and I think that's a big problem. Is I think instead, if someone gets swatted because someone found data through a data broker, that data broker should have some kind of responsibility. I don't know if that's.
Where's Silent Joker?
That would be against my principles to say that they should be responsible
I don't know.
for users, but. I think instead data brokers, the home address should be more restricted than everything else.
Yeah.
Anyway, about the whole crackdown on doxing thing, I'm afraid that it probably won't happen until someone innocent like a child is yeeted from life.
It won't happen until someone gets swatted and a child gets shot. It didn't. They didn't do a crackdown after Andrew Finch got shot. So,
and here's the other thing, guys. Well, the thing is, you gotta be aware that I have a child I'm taking care of, and I don't want her to get hurt. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The thing
is, that's what I'm saying. No one is gonna be like, "Oh, we need to crack down until someone innocent gets hurt."
It'll take for a SWAT officer to kill a kid. Then killing kids is when the rubber hits the road. It shouldn't have to come to that though.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be worse than that. Get a politician killed. Then there's some.
I mean, they already swatted Marjorie Taylor Greene got swatted, so I know.
But the point when
I think do you think MTG would be putting in legislation to make swatting a federal crime?
Yeah, and also they need to basically we need to tell Marjorie Taylor Greene this. It's not Kiwi's Farms for, it's the data brokers that was responsible for it. And
well, it's not. I think instead. Well, I don't really like holding third parties accountable for what their people do. So that's kind of what's causing the problem with Visa and MasterCard and stuff, with hentai and stuff. So instead, what we need to do is we need to focus on the people doing it. So instead, we need to actually put more resources into catching these people doing the swattings. The problem is that they don't take the case; they just ignore it.
Yeah,
it's just being completely ignored by the FBI and all them.
So, going to something a little less worrisome. Anyone? I watched a review for the live action Pinocchio, which Pinocchio's not in my top 10 for Disney movies I like.
Yeah, we talked about it.
But I can still admire the art of the original. But they gave Monstro a whale tentacles. Why the fuck does he have tentacles? He's a whale.
What? I think what they were trying to do is go for like a more horrifying look, but here's the thing. A giant freaking whale with sharp teeth is scarier without, needing tentacles.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello?
Was it a giant gothic death whale?
Hey, transconservative waifu. How's it going? Basically...
Wait, what the hell is going on? I just heard tentacles and then I heard...
They gave Monstro the whale in the live-action remake of Pinocchio tentacles. He's a whale, though. Why is he getting tentacles?
Wait, but that makes no sense,
TCW?
That makes way too much sense. Wait, what? That's so confusing. Wait. Am I losing my mind after hearing that?
Also, hello, trans waifu, and also, Matt, you wanted to say something. Please finish.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but wasn't a giant gothic death whale enough nightmare fuel for anyone?
Exactly.
Definitely not. We had to throw in hentai too.
Oh my.
Oh god. Basically, if anybody actually tries pulling a tentacle on me, buy me dinner first. Simple as that.
If anyone pulls a tentacle on me, please be rough.
Oh my god.
And what gets me about it is people who were defending the live action remake said, well, you're just mad because it's more realistic. I'm like, can you tell me a whale that has fucking tentacles? Because that's not realistic.
Oh my god. Basically,
so we got
Rainbow actually brings up a good point.
Yeah.
So, do we go hentai?
Wait, is this like an itchy enemy or a hentai or egregore? What is going on?
I mean,
Okay,
I
can we
don't
all wrap it up
understand.
because we only have like less than 2 minutes left.
That's some hentai shit right there with tentacles and
You,
stuff.
you know
Damn.
what? Maybe I need to look after this stream. I need to look this up. Just like a
Well,
Okay.
no.
let's
Let's
actually
actually-
leave on a wholesome note.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, in
wholesome note. Dead in Paranormal Park has gotten a season 2, so that's awesome. There you go, wholesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Can we go? Can we end up because we only have a minute left?
Yeah.
It's the final
Can I go
countdown.
first? My phone's about to go dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, anyone defending live action Pinocchio, I'm sorry, you can't claim realism when the fucking whale has tentacles. I'm out. Bye.
Bye, Didi.
Okay, I want to go next.
All right.
Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you, and I guess I'll see you in your server, Theo.
Alright.
All right. Cerno.
Yeah. Get wrecked, CD Projekt Red.
Yeah. All right.
That's a good one. All right. Matt.
Oh,
Well, I can see it.
really, just be excellent to each other and party the fuck on, dudes. And remember, Rebecca is best character in the show next to Lucy.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course. Yeah. Rebecca is the best waifu.
Gotta love the loli. Besides, anyway, Nep.
All I can say is this, though. To all the people who claim I never improved, joke's on you. I made magic improvements, and it's all thanks to you people. So, yeah.
Shiny.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. If you're gonna think about the person as being a bad person, how about think before you act? Because if you gotta think a second, like, is this person telling the exact thing? No. Okay, then don't do anything about it. So, and the thing is, like, these people, they shouldn't be quick on it. So that means you shouldn't be quick on anything. That's the thing. So that's all I'm gonna say. This, and the other thing is, don't try to take others down. It's better for you to work hard and get good.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Very much.
True. Anyway, Geek Freak.
It's always a wild ride with you guys. Woo!
Alrighty. And of course, our beloved femboy Dio.
He then was fantastic. So orcs are not black people. SJWs do not speak for anyone. You're stupid. You all need to get your head examined ASAP. And also,
Yeah, especially Professor Otaku, who pretty much got my account locked just because I called him out on his bullshit mongering.
Yeah.
With Blaine Lee Pardo, a BattleTech writer.
But anywho, and also, let your desires burn brightly.
Ara. Anyway, yeah. Guys, I gotta say, thanks for actually coming on, dealing with my craziness as usual.
Yeah.
And of course, you know.
Oh, pleasure.
Well, I better stop drinking so much of the coffee already.
Support all the lovely waifus, whether they be lowly or otherwise.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, you know, gotta say, I really love Rebecca. She's actually such a sweetheart. And also, fuck the wokies that actually say that freaking supporting a loli makes you a freaking pedo and shit like that.
Yeah.
And as always, just remember these 4 things. Respect the wife's fan service. Enjoy your fandoms. Embrace your degeneracy. As long as it's legal, doesn't harm you or anyone else. Anime is freedom.
Yeah.
And until the next time we meet again, guys, this is Mr. Enemy 343 saying, God, anime, mecha, and big titty waifu fucking speed.
Later.
Adios, pichachos.